down and never let them up instead? Will it all be worth it in the end? Now it's all about this beauty and perfection. I used to think that I could look past your jaded side. I'm sick of getting on my knees and begging you, please. My heart breaks from the way you look at me. It makes me cry. It's the way I fall apart. I fall apart.
You're ripping me apart with your limitless ammo, making it so dark in the place that my head goes. It's getting really hard fighting these battles. Just me in the dark, making friends with my shadow. It's
Well, hello, everyone. Hey, welcome back to another stream. Hey, I'm your intrepid host, Nick Incognito. And hey, we'll be doing another Final Fantasy XIV MSQ and Dungeons. It will be a short one this morning, about an hour and a half. But I'll be back in later in the afternoon, at around like 3 o'clock, give or take. And we'll do another stream at that time. And again, hey, let's go ahead. Let's get right on into this. As soon as I fix my controller again. Oh, you gotta love these controllers. So I hope everybody's having a good morning. The weather's kind of crappy by where I'm at. You know, it's very overclouded. You know, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, last week we had really good weather, beautiful skies, clear all day. You know, eventually, Mother Nature was going to go ahead and ruin this for us, but it is what it is, So, if anybody caught the game last night with the Rangers, a really good, much better defensive play they did in a 3-1 win over Dallas. However, I will point out is they gave up a lot of shots. Shesterkin, made 41 of 42 saves, and the one goal he gave in, I mean, there was just nothing you could do. It was the last shot in the series of like 4 or 5 shots that he blocked, and the one he got beaten on, it was just one of those lucky bounce. Went off to the side. There was a guy wide open. Actually, no, it wasn't a bounce. It was a lucky bounce that went to an opposing player who passed it to an open side, to another player who was on the open side, and there's no way for Shesterkin to beat it. Other than that, he was flawless. But like I said, even though it was much better defensive play, however, giving up 42 shots, it's never a good thing. It's a recipe for disaster. So. But hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you get that W, and that's all that matters. And New York Rangers, 8 wins in a row. Come on, let's hear it for the boys. Finally they're getting their act together. I'm happy about it. They just need to knuckle down on certain things, and then I think overall they'll be good. Especially since they went against one of Dallas is like 6th, maybe 7th overall in the league. Definitely going to be in the playoffs. So to go ahead and take them on, especially on home ice, and go ahead and beat them, can't ask for more than that. Especially seeing Shesterkin back, in glorious action. Definitely the MVP as he always is. It's good to see him back in form. Granted, he gave up 5 goals to the Islanders, but hey, that was a stadium series, and that was, what, that kind of a game. People were out in the cold, and they want to be entertained. Trust me, they got entertained. It was great to see. Just to add on to that stadium series. Despite that, it was an away game for the Rangers. Yeah, might as well, consider it a home game because, they got the chants going. Most of that place was Rangers fans. So, I mean, that was a very fun game. Well, not when the Rangers were down 4-1 and everybody was panicking. They're like, "Holy shit, the Islanders just going to storm, beat the crap out of the Rangers." But nope. They buckled down and they gritted that one out. And then they came back, So, what can I say? It's good to see that they did really good. Alright, so we gotta go around. We gotta find some people. Found one. Where's the other? Actually, there's 2 more I gotta find. Oh, here we go. There's second one. Alright, oh. There's the third one. Alright. I'll turn around, I'll go back up here. Like I said, doing a lot of the main quests here for this part. Like I said, I did get level 90. I am stoked. Okay. I do know when I come back in about 3 o'clock, give or take, maybe 3:30 at the latest. Again, that'll be another short stream, but I mean, combined today, yeah, it's gonna get a good 3 to 4 hours worth of play today. Worth of streaming time and such. And like I said, because from about 12 to 3 p.m. I got a meeting I gotta take, so I do what I can. So, yep, make sure I can, with this new plays here, where I come across these, make sure I tune to them, or make sure, just make sure. So, can't wait to unlock the Ethernet. This is where I can just teleport to the damn thing, but maybe I'll pick it up here in this one. Alright. Oh, okay, I found it. Like I said, in the afternoon, I'll be doing more dungeons and such. I might even pull out, like, I might do the lower level dungeons with the Reaper jobs, just so I can, get some experience underneath that belt. So, alright. Awesome. So, no talking there, so. Alright, cool. Alright, I don't really care much about that. I just want to go. Is this a door here? Yeah, yes it can. Makes a question when I did that, but let's go this way. Really like the music. Very nice and soothing. I've been watching lately is a lot of these call them ASMR vids, but mainly it was on the I think I gotta go up here, but it was on like who's the YouTuber I've been watching? I believe it's called Timor Doctor Live or something to that effect, and a lot of it is where basically he just kind of goes around and he's checking out these masseuses and such. Now the guy has I want to say I think he has MS. So that's how he kind of got started on doing his channel. But he checks out all these masseuses. And a lot of times he goes back to certain ones and such, but generally, he likes to mix them up. But it's so so fascinating, and I believe he lives in Russia, specifically around in or around Moscow. Because when he's talking, obviously he's talking in Russian, so very few times he'll talk in English. But usually I just put on the closed captions, just curious what they're saying. And and a lot of the masseuses I see, and they're doing like the chiropractor stuff as well. They're cracking like the necks, the joints, all that stuff. And the one thing I'll say that I like is that before they go into any of the chiropractor part, they always give like a nice full massage, to loosen everything up. They'll do a not a survey, but a when they're checking someone out, checking out for this, checking out for that, but there's a diagnosis, some sort of a diagnosis or diagnostic review or whichever. It's just like, hey, we're not going to just jump right in and do this and that without first getting sort of idea what they're dealing with. Even if it's ones that they've have done before. Even if he's gone there multiple times, they still do some sort of a review just to see where his status is and such. A lot of them are very much aware of his MS, and such. But it's always nice, that they do all this stuff, because a lot of times, I seen the ones they do in America, and you just see them, they just go right into the cracking. Very few. I think I've only actually seen one, maybe two. They'll do a quick cursory one, but it's like if they do any kind of a massage, and you don't actually see it. Versus, I see the ones where this guy's doing, in Russia with all these masseuses, they'll sit there and they'll actually talk about it. They'll give a good like 5-10 minute, when they're reviewing it, and they're explaining why they're doing it. And I saw he did one video where this one masseuse, while he was actually conducting the actual, the chiropractor and the masseuse part, he was explaining it. It's almost like he was like, hey, if any actual masseuses were watching, he's kind of like giving them tips, kind of teaching them a little bit, and I thought it was very interesting. And then there's this one guy that he's gone to a few times, and I get a kick out, and I don't know why. I think the guy has the masseuse himself has a good positive energy, and I'm not into the woo or anything like that, but no, excuse me, but good positive vibes. The guy's always trying to stay positive, and I think it's really good, actually, to be very honest. I'll just jump down here, and what is it? His name is right now he's currently living in Moscow, but his name is Mohammed, and he's originally from Egypt. He went to France to study, and he was there for, I think he said, like 3 or 4 years. And then he went on to Moscow. And the thing is, this guy is, just from the language he's using, he knows like 4 different languages. He had to learn. Obviously, he has his own native language from Egypt, and then he speaks English, and he speaks French. So he had to learn French when he went to France. And then when he went to now that he's in Moscow / Russia, Russia. No, he's not in Moscow, but he's somewhere near Moscow. And so he had to learn Russian. So it's really fascinating, when I watch the conversation and such. So, But I do get a kick out of it when he's doing when they're doing them as the all the chiropractic and masseuse stuff. They always start off with massages, and depending on the as he say, depending on what the customer need, not every customer is going to get the same exact massage. Some are going to get ones that are tailored towards that customer. That's going to make sure that they get the most out of it. And then they do like the actual cracking of the necks, the joints and such. If that's what the customer wants. So it's really just watching that, it's really fascinating. And then I'll sit there and I'm just telling myself, like, man, I could really go for a fucking massage, But I have a neat little machine here that my mother gave to me, and it'll work out the kinks in my back. Of course, it's nothing compared to when an actual person's doing it. Of course, I was, there's there's that intimate thing, and not in a sexual way. Well, if it was my wife, it'd definitely be sexual. But it's just because the machine, it just rotates and rotates and rotates and rotates. Then I had to kind of adjust it a little bit. Versus where you got the the masseuse, and the masseuse can just work it in different ways. You can use different techniques so that you can get the full amount out. So, but yeah, still when I watch these videos of the ASMRs, on the masseuses, I just sit there. I'm just like, and sometimes I'll put them on. I'll sit there and I'll just like, man, I just want a massage. But there are times where when I go to bed, I'll just throw them on just because it's kind of relaxing, to be very honest. So, hold on one sec. I just want to sit down. Yeah, so, anyways. So, yeah, I mean, that's just the way how I feel sometimes, I just sit there, I'm like, I really want a massage. Now I gotta fix my controller, just get it in the right position. So, I mean, but, hey, comment down below, what's things that you like to do, as long as you're not giving out any personal information, that you do to relax. Is it, I mean, it's different for everybody, watching my relaxation is just, sitting down and just, enjoying watching when my kids just, they get to run around and play, and just, to me, that's kind of relaxing, seeing that, I done some good in my life. So, and one day they'll have their own kids and they'll get to do the same thing, So, I always wish for my daughters to do much greater things than me.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen, but there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the satrap! The satrap!
Thank the heavens.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Balaga's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali, a humble fisherman. Ah, I remember you from our first visit. Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Balaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him? sink their fangs into him? The fangs!
She's about to turn. Yep, there she goes.
Get away from her, now!
Kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can! Myself.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes. We'll survive. You must. Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right. Go with them, will you?
We will save these people. As many as we can.
Now that was pretty awesome cutscene. I was not expecting that. Where like, okay, the little kid got transformed into a beast, and okay, now I'm understanding that what actually makes the beast is when you panic and you let your anger go or stuff like that. The fact that the kid turned into a beast, I was like, ooh, wow, that's something I wasn't expecting. And then for him to get squished. So he dead. I was not expecting that. And then the trap get eaten. And I'm just like, wow, that's a little dark for Square Enix. So, but pretty cool, pretty cool. Give a lot of props for the cutscene to the Square Enix team. I mean, it's good because when you're telling a story, you gotta sometimes do stuff that people may not necessarily expect, and it's not necessarily like because I write stories too. I mean, I haven't written in a while, but I do a writers group and such, and you know sometimes you gotta let go of the things that you love so much, you know. You know, and this is a reference to, characters. You've been writing them, you love them, and and then oh, there's another one right here. Oh, good, I didn't have to waste that. And it's just like, you don't want to let them go, you don't want to, they're your baby. As such, and sometimes that's what you gotta do, And it does give a very interesting, oh, that's why, because there's somebody else who's doing this right along me. No wonder why. I thought that kind of felt weird. Alright, so that's good. Alright, how about this guy? Alright, here we go. Yeah, see, now we're in the lower areas. I knew this was going to come eventually. He's got the Final Fantasy VII. He got his Cloud's bike, so he can go a lot faster than me. Boo. Gonna talk? Oh. Yeah, he did the smart thing. He went over. He's like, no, I'm gonna capture this real quick. And I was just like, no, I'm going to talk first before I tune. It's all good. So yeah, so when you decide to get into writing the characters, gotta have a good story, but you gotta, what's the word I want to use? You gotta treat it almost as if it's like what would entertain you, Oh, I got some hiccups. Shit, I hate when that happens. And if you look at movies, and you're just like, man, that movie sucked, and it, oh, he's on the outside, and but then you ask yourself, well, why did it suck? You know, and I've seen some bad movies. You know, there's a guy on YouTube. He does a lot of movie reviews with his friends and his wife. And you know, it's his channel is his name, and I can't remember what the hell the name is. I know as soon as I see it, it would be like, duh, yeah, that's what it is. You know. But the subtext and what he actually calls the show, it's so bad, it's good. You know, and you know, I'm talking about they always get in is from fans, followers, such not and whatnot. You know, and they'll say, hey, this is an awful movie. And sometimes they're like, it's so bad, it's actually kind of good. But then there's ones like, it's so bad that it's really bad. You know, I mean, just like straight up, like the last couple ones that they've done were doozies. Oh my god, I just cannot believe that someone actually would make those types of films. And I think one of them came from, was it either France or Canada? I want to say it was Canada, but it was just like whoever did it did not understand how to structure their story properly. Not only did they not structure it properly, they didn't edit the movie at all. I mean, even it was, I think his name is David Brandt. Now it's gonna kill me if I don't look it up here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I will check Google. Not Google. Check YouTube. Because I was just looking at it. Let's see real quick. Jason Brandt. That's what it is. It's Jason Brandt. Okay. Name Jason Brandt, and what his show is, you know, that's the name of his channel, but when you go into the channel, it'll come up with the show, and it's called It's So Bad It's Good. You know, and I get a kick out of the out of watching some of these just horror movies, and some of them are ones that I've actually seen before. Like they did reviews on the Guyver's 1 and 2. You know, and I like the second one. The first one is okay, but you know, they point out a couple things, and I'm just like, now looking at it, I'm just like, yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought it was, you know. But though I did like some, I liked it for its fighting, and I like that the you know, when they did the guys in the suits, basically those were pretty good. Those suits held up pretty damn well, you know. So I can't believe I did that again, and I told myself not to. You know, so like I said, you know, they've reviewed movies. The last one they did, it was bad. It was from like Canada, and these guys just like probably like 3/4 of the movie, it's just them using the same footage over and over and over and over, and it was poor quality in every sense. The video quality sucked. The sound quality sucked. The story itself made no freaking sense at all. So it was so bad. I didn't even bother watching the rest of the show. That's how bad it was. And these guys were just like, why do we keep doing this to ourselves? You know. So when you write a story, it's got to make sense, you know. And it's one of those, like, you know, I was doing short stories there for a while, but just trying to keep up was trying to put out something, because I was doing it on my Substack, and I haven't even touched my Substack because I pretty much stopped doing that. You know, I still have the Substack, but I kind of stopped doing that so I can do streaming on here. To be very honest, it's right now, it's easier just to do the streaming than it is to write the stories. And right now, I decided to go from a short story to a long format. And this one, working on a book, and I'm probably gonna try to get it out in like 2 years. See, I would have done that fucking again. So like I said, hopefully in 2 years I get this this book out that I want, and hopefully it comes out pretty well. Like I said, I gave myself a deadline of 2 years, so this is where there's no rushing, there's no, and it's probably a book I can really do within a year. But I really want to do is when I write the characters and I'm using, other stuff, I want to make sure I properly research. I always like using a lot of words that mean really a lot of different things. Whether it be names or places, just kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like innuendos type deal, but and such. So, because I did a little mythology, and really it's the book. I do have an idea that what I'm going to do with it, and that's basically it's on a character I created. That I named the character Spencer. Hold on a second, I think this is going to be voiced. Yeah, it is. I'm going to mute for a minute.
No more enemies to trouble us here. It's me. How fare you below? Understood. I will inform Vritra. Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflict this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare for which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, with
the chasm between us too vast and too deep. Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes. And the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahuan's greater goals, yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Radz-at-Han hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra. It's all or nothing!
Alright, that's another good cutscene. Got some good info. And yeah, just with the cutscene, yeah, it does confirm what I was trying to say earlier, was what manifests these beasts, you know, turn these people into beasts. It's our own fear. It's you know, it's rather interesting. You know, it's just the people get afraid of the beast only to turn into a beast themselves. You know, the only way to not turn into a beast is to stay calm. But you know, I will say it's kind of hard when a beast is running down on your position and you're less like, oh, this ain't good. You know. I don't know, but just I guess it must be up there. Oh, there he is. Jump, jump, jump. Hold on a sec. So, what was I saying before I had to take that phone call? Oh yeah, beats. So yeah, so it's one of those things, you know. But it's really a nice classic touch, you know. It's you know, it's the whole kind of and it's not quite, but it's a whole. If you stare in the abyss long enough, that the abyss stares at you. You know, if you don't become what you're fighting against. I mean, granted, in this kind of scenario, it's slightly different. It's just because you know those people weren't fighting against the beast, but because they were so afraid that they ended up becoming, you know, their own worst. They ended up becoming their own fear. You know. So it's a nice little aspect on the story and such, you know, and that's how you create one is a lot of tension too, because right now the tension is that at any time, you know, somebody can turn into a beast, and there nothing they can do about it other than, you know, kill the beast. You know, really, creatures don't even have to be there. As it was demonstrated, there was no creatures there, but the fact that, you know, the old lady, she could not control herself, could not control her feelings. She ended, you know, her despair, you know, because they just sat there and say, hey, we cleared it all, and then the you know, what's his name? The fisherman elephant guy. And the lady just like flat out just fucking lost it. You know, and she became a beast. And when she did that, she is kind of like the zombie virus, you know. In this case, it's a manifestation on its own under these particular circumstances. But you know, when one gets bitten, then that one bits another, and then another. Well, guess what? When she became a beast, and everybody else got scared, you know, crap out of them. You know, they ended up, you know, becoming beasts themselves. So, I guess you can also go under the whole self-fulfillment, you know, prophecy or whichever. You know, they're just no. I wouldn't even go that far. You know, it's just really interesting. You know, and like I said, this is how you build stories. Kind of like when you had the Thing. Oh, let me waste it. I don't want to. There you go. Oh, that worked out. Just kind of like in the Thing where, you know, they gave, you know, where the Thing, you know, is a shapeshifter and it can mimic anybody damn near perfect. You know, at least as far as I can tell, you know, it's pretty damn spot on. You know, but you know, despite the fact that all the guys, you know, they knew each other, you know, especially all these months, if not potentially years, you know, and now they're like, you know, that element of suspicion is just, you know, it's such a great tool to write that movie, you know. So really, you know, that's the type of writing that needs to come back. And if you're watching this, you ever decide to make your own stories, or you're in the process of making stories, you know, make sure you do that as well. You know, just, you know, just you know, make sure you have a good, well laid out story, and you know, you'll do well. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, definitely be better than probably half the writers that are currently out there. But that's just my opinion. Alright, that part's done. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be ending the stream here soon. This is just I'm kind of tired and I didn't get good sleep. You know, I might try to take a nap or something. But again, I will be back in the afternoon, and you know, we're gonna do a lot of fun things and stuff like that. So. But, you know, I've been wanting to keep the streams kind of short in some way. It's just, you know, in some ways, I just want to kind of start getting into this potentially new scheduling, and not, like, start it next week. Because I started now, everybody just kind of get used to it. I'm trying to do, even if I do short streams, I want to try to do, oh, no, hold on, they're talking.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies and made certain no villagers are...
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return someday.
All right, Martha Daly. Hey, thanks for the follow. I am actually getting towards the end of the stream. I have a couple things that are coming up. I'll be back at 3 o'clock. Like I said, because starting a new job, so my streaming schedule is being changed rapidly. But hey, I appreciate the follow, and like I said, when I end the stream, hey, you can go back and check it out. But hey, thanks for being here. Like I said, the stream, I'm going to be ending it here right after this segment. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll see you then. And the 3 p.m. stream will be Final Fantasy 14. I do stream other games, Final Fantasy 11, and also like to do Rise, Son of Rome. I like to do a couple very different games, and I'm thinking about picking up Final Fantasy 15 to stream that as well. Yeah, it's just like I said, because I got a meeting I have to be to at noon, so, and I want to kind of like maybe take a nap before that if possible. It's just because my sleep schedule's all screwed up, and so I'm trying to get it fixed. No, I don't have a Discord. It's just because I belong to other Discords, so, and I just don't really have time to do them. But I mean, if I get a lot of people that says, hey, let's do a Discord, I was like, yeah, I'll do a Discord then. But I've never personally created a Discord. I've never ran one. So, but I manage a couple of them, just because friends asked me to. Oh yeah, trust me. If you go back to some of my previous streams, you'll understand why my sleep schedule's all screwed up. But yesterday I got like really good news, so I'm really happy.
You will weep tears of anger and despair.
Oh, and I also do Final Fantasy X. I haven't done that one in probably about 2 weeks. So probably here in the next couple days I'll be doing a stream on Final Fantasy X. Okay, yep, I appreciate it, Martha.
Every agony to temper your blade.
Alright, so that's going to be the end of the stream, But hey, for everybody who's joined, hey, I appreciate, hey, if you like this stream, you're entertained, hey, look, like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Hey, look, hey, as I always say, enjoy life. You got just one life. Live it to the fullest, okay? And I'll catch you all back here at around 3 p.m. Till then, bye.